This is from the New York Post. Elon Musk snipes Zuck is a cuck about Meta boss Zuckerberg after rival Twitter app launch. So Threads has cracked 100 million users. I still think it's not that good, and I don't know if it'll actually take over. But Elon Musk called Mark Zuckerberg a cuck. Okay. He then actually went on to call for a literal dick measuring contest between him and Mark Zuckerberg.
And then did Mark respond with, somebody get my microscope?
Is that what he said?
I saw a picture that said that. I don't know if that was doctored or if that was Mark's reply.
I doubt it.
So get my microscope.
Did they include that in the... So in the 4 days, blah, 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 Zuck is a cuck, Musk tweeted, responding. Then Wendy said, you should go to space to make him mad. And that was it. Some people were appalled by Musk's tweet. I was surprised that, he tweeted that he wanted to have a dick measuring contest. And a bunch of people were like, you forgot to post this from your parody Twitter account. You posted it accidentally on your main. Yeah.
Do you think he runs his parody Twitter account? That's my favorite conspiracy theory. That Elon
that
Musk is
him?
behind his own parody account.
That's a good idea. Controlled
why
opposition,
Do you guys, are you on Threads? Do you guys like it?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe Ian can answer this. Is there
Yeah,
any
it's not
truth to
good.
the idea that they hired a bunch of people from Twitter
that's the
to
lawsuit.
Threads? That's the whole lawsuit?
I can't verify, but yeah. that's what they're
Facebook
getting
denies
sued.
it.
Facebook denied.
They're
And
like, get out of here.
what rights does Elon Musk have if that's the case?
Well, they did that. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Trade secrets, like if you quit one place, you probably are under some sort of NDA that you can't talk about the code that you wrote at that place, but you might know ways to recreate the system without the exact coding. You might be able to change some of the coding. But that's the problem with proprietary code in general, and companies owning code is when they leave the company, the company doesn't really own the code. It's the people that make the code that own the code. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm a big advocate of freeing it. I'm looking up see if Zuckerberg responded to Elon.
Well, he wanted to have a dick measuring contest.
Yeah, I didn't see
a literal one. I don't see how that could have been from a parody account. Like they actually tweeted that. So this is our current state of discourse. The big thing with Threads is that it's not good, and I don't know what else to say about it. Instagram is just not a place for high level conversations. Mm-hmm. So it's like Facebook is, what is Facebook? A phone book, a directory? Twitter is our news. It's basically like the news networks back in the day. People would go on, debate the news on the news show. If you went to The Simpsons for your news, you're not really getting news. And this is basically what Threads is. Threads is Instagram's an entertainment platform, not a serious political platform. It does have politics on it, but it's not that serious. And so the platform what I think is more likely to happen? Young people on Instagram will switch to Twitter once they start getting more politically active. It's not going to be a switch to Threads or some other stupid app or something.
Do you think the people I know who are like in content creation who don't like Twitter but like Instagram tend to be not political at all? They're, fitness people. They have cookbooks. They do, things outside of this. Do you think that there's any chance that Thread basically becomes a Twitter for those people?
Nope.
No, it'll
What do
just
they have
die?
to talk about?
I don't know, but people like them. People follow their content. I assume it's the same thing with anywhere. They have questions. We're releasing this thing.
If I'm following a guy because he does backflips off of buildings, why do I care when he makes a post with no picture of a backflip and he just says something like "went to Wendy's today"? I'm like, show me a backflip, or otherwise I don't know. I'm not following you.
Instagram's the platform where you'll see a video of him doing the backflip where it says "went to Wendy's today" over top of the image or the video. They don't do just text. See, this Meta, Zuckerberg, he's good at like copying other people and compiling stuff. Like Facebook was just like Friendster, more or less. He kind of ripped the concept off MySpace. It was like a developed version of that. And then they bought Instagram. He didn't build that himself. They bought Oculus. I think they had the Oculus come in. Now they have that. Now they're doing this. They basically got the developers from Twitter to trying to recreate Twitter. So, but then, it's not really an argument that he's bad at what he does. It's just not super original. It's kind of lame, but it's functional. It's just not creative. He's not the most, sorry, Mark.
Do you think we're market saturated on social media platforms? Because you do this for a living. You must have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like, at what point is it too many?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a Luddite. I hate social media, but I feel like every month they're like launching a new platform, and it's really annoying. I'm not on Threads. I'm not really even on Truth. I'm not really even on Getter. The only one I really do, because I think you get the most bang for your buck is Twitter, because I think that then can also get aggregated or like disseminated on to other platforms. But yeah, I don't think Threads is gonna. I'm not.
Because how could you maintain it unless you really saw like I'm saying, like if there was like Threads only had the mommy bloggers, right, and that was where the mommy bloggers went for Twitter, like maybe there would be enough engagement there for your niche enclave of content for it to work. But Twitter already dominates this type of media, so how do you? I mean, Gab and other platforms exist, but we have seen that they haven't surpassed Twitter yet, at least. Why would Threads? Because it's already attached to Instagram and people are already there. There's an access. I don't get it, but I'm not a huge social media
They're already
person.
up to their old same censorship tricks of Meta. So it's like, why would you want to go backwards and go on a platform that is certainly not going to let people like us say what we want to say? So you're alienating like half the country right there.
Yeah, at least
At
half the
least,
world.
yeah.
It's how do you talk? You can't talk politics if there's a censorship cloud. I mean, you can't really effectively talk about the possibilities. You can't war game your strategies and talk about what horrible things might happen, because if the company's like, no, you can't even mention that possibility, like then I can't have a conversation.
Yeah. That's why I think it could only exist for people who are non-political, but then do they have enough to talk about on that platform?
Nah, they don't really text. I mean, maybe they do, but not on social media.
I'm thinking
It's
of people
pictures,
who
they're
like
just pictures.
review stuff. Like, I did a review of this. What did you guys like? I just can't imagine it.
You can post a video to Instagram already. You can post pictures. What is somebody who is dedicated themselves to a visual medium going to do with a written medium? That's why Twitter is news and politics. So all of these liberals and leftists who are like, I'm going to Blue Sky, I'm going to Mastodon, whatever, they can. It's not going to change anything. I would, they say they added 100 million users, and it's like, why? Because you have because you're Instagram and people just got a Threads account?
Yeah.
That, like, come on.
Of their billion people.
Of the people who are already using Instagram, they just clicked a button.
Twitter actually understands this, I think, Elon, and that's why they're going so hard into video now, because the Twitter text is like the rock bottom. You don't want to go that direction. If you have it, you better have it for your network. I'm just kind of surprised YouTube doesn't have a better messaging service. They really dropped the ball, you guys, at Google with Google Plus and all that crap. Just consolidate it into YouTube, make it the best social network. But Twitter's going full on long form videos, subscription models, audio, and that is absolutely the future.
Do you think text will ever come back? Like, is Twitter the space, or
for transmitting data? It's good for like information, but for communication, it's not very effective in my opinion. It has no tone.
But that's true. But it's faster than video. That's why it worked in an era of video. So someone can tweet something like, "I am hungry and would like to have a cheeseburger," and then someone can respond with, "Cheeseburgers are unhealthy. You should consider a different option." And then you can respond with, "Screw off, vegan." A video back and forth is not that easy to do.
But so like if you were in text, you're like, we're going to get food later. That's a good text. But if I'm like, how are you feeling about that in the text? Oh, did I do the wrong thing? That is not a text question. It is insane, inane. What? If I ask you about emotions in text, I've missed. Like if you're like, if you want to tell me what you're going to do, I'm into it. If I want to ask you why, text is not the place for that, in my opinion. It starts to get bogged down with what you think I mean and what I... Yeah.
There's a reason why people aren't recording videos of themselves to Twitter in response to other people, because text is the way to do it.
It takes too long to load up and watch, and then you got to turn the volume up. You can read in silence,
people can't absorb
in the
video.
middle of the night.
People can read faster than they can watch a video. So people even say they'll listen to Timcast IRL on 2 times speed, which is crazy considering I talk so fast as it is. But they'll do it because they can understand it.
On Spotify, you can do 3 times.
3 times speed. Ooh, boy,
I wonder if there's anybody out
the
there.
whole show done in 30 minutes.
If anybody gets the transcript of this and reads it, the 2-hour show.
Yeah, that would be insane.
That'd be nuts.
It's got a 2-hour show. Is it tens of thousands of words? Every episode is a book.
And then you get to hear the tone too. The tone's like half the battle, if not more. 90% of communication is body language. Is that true?
But so there's that bell curve of, if you're a book or something, playing audio probably makes sense. Short conversations, really annoying to listen to. I'm sorry, I can't stand it. Do not send me voice memos. I will press delete instantly. I don't have 2 minutes to listen to your thoughts when I can read the whole thing in 10 seconds. It's just like, I'll look at I'll get a message on my phone and I'll look and it'll show like the waveform. I'm like, delete.
Or just leave a voicemail, because then there's at least the like attempted transcription.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't check my voicemail either.
Yeah.
I will read whatever I get sent and I'll just delete. Text me, dude.
Yeah. Text really did revolutionize the way people communicate instantly. I don't think voice memos can really compete with them.
No, it's
But
it's
what does that have
for
to do
instant
with-
data transfer?
Elon,
For why Threads
here's-
is suffering?
No, why Elon Musk is calling Zuckerberg a cuck.
Because it rhymes.
Well, so are they fighting? That's my
Zuckerberg.
other question. Where's this Coliseum fight that I was promised?
I think in Rome at the Coliseum.
Are they doing it for sure?
I don't know. Lex Friedman's encouraging them not to actually battle, but just to spar and become sparring partners for the good of humanity. Because if they get head trauma, I mean, both
Yeah,
of
I
them
get
know.
that.
I think it's a duel. You remember when Alexander Hamilton died in that duel?
Winner
We could
gets
have
the-
another big moment
So
like this. This
they
is
could-
part of culture.
They could bet their companies and the winner takes all.
Wow.
Well, talk about
but
consolidation.
then the winner is like, but I don't want
Then
your
they get
company because
Threads.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about the old duels, it was that, duels used to be legit. People would kill each other. Then it went and became like an honor thing where you wouldn't actually try to kill the other guy. It was about whether or not you'd show up. But it's kind of like, look. And I guess with Hamilton and Burr, Hamilton was like, yeah, and fight off to the side. Like, we get it, we're here. And then Burr was like, screw you, and like actually wanted to kill him. So he agreed to it. And his sacred honor was intact as he died. So, and then the young people were like, this is crazy. Why are you dueling? We should stop this.
That was the last duel in the United States.
I don't think it was the last one. But dueling ultimately started to fade out because young people thought it was barbaric.
My
Yeah.
thoughts on what Elon's doing is this is all publicity. Massive publicity for Twitter and for Meta right now. Both those companies, their valuations are skyrocketing.
None of this makes him look bad, I think. I mean, maybe this is like slightly immature, but ultimately he's staying in everyone's heads. He's still the thing that we're talking about.
Like the two of the most influential billionaires on earth, and they're just having fun and playing around. Like
my
that's
gosh.
a good thing.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.